All right, we're recording. Oh, Jesus. Getting this set up was like really hard because I think I told y'all that we rearranged the living room. We have had the hardest time figuring out how to finish the living room. And husband is in the background. He's not officially here, but he's going to be making dinner and feeding the dogs and things while I do this. So you might hear him in the background. Yell hi, husband.
Hi.
So, whew. Here we are. Hobonichi Techo. Here's this week. You did not see me plan last week, I believe. Maybe you did. I don't know. You didn't. You didn't because I took my birthday off, and that was Friday, and Friday is usually the day that I film these. And then I just didn't film it. I didn't film or record in my planner or anything. So this was the last week you saw me plan. Here's how it ended up. I took several naps. I was having a really hard time sleeping up until like this week, actually. So you can see I went to bed at 7 a.m. last Thursday. But yeah, so here was the first week in the planner, the first week of the year. Here was the last week you saw me plan. My quotes are, how do we help others by taking a healing journey for ourselves, and don't do the abuser's work for them, and also I choose me. That's something that someone said that I loved. And then this was my birthday weekend. Like I said, I took it all off. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. this day after 2 hours of sleep, and I ended up taking 2 naps throughout the day and then going to bed. Oh no, I didn't. I went to bed at 3 in the morning. Good job. But then here's my birthday weekend. I was feeling really burnt out at work, and so I decided to take Friday and Monday off because Monday was MLK Day, and so a bunch of stuff was canceled anyway. This is the week we're in. We are right here right now. I didn't do a bunch of recording, which is why all these stickers are here. I've just had such a stressful week. There's a bunch going on at work. There's also a bunch going on in our house. We've had some like electrical issues that took my office offline for a little bit. That was really stressful, and they're not actually over. We're just like, you know, we've done some things to make sure that we can keep going, but we still need more to do. This is next week. Here's, of course, the tools of my trade and this Lockbee pen roll that is getting easier to open. There's like cat hair on it, but this canvas is like really thick and sturdy, which is great. And so is this thing, but it means that it's taking a while for this to become easier to open on a daily basis. But here are my pens. You might see a new one. That's this guy. I got this for my birthday. It's a Traveler's fountain pen. And I've got this blue Gerben ink in it that's like really cool looking. So, let's see, is there something that I can write on? I can write that I'm doing Plan With Me here.
Yes. Sit. Stay. Look at me. Good girl, right?
That's husband.
Look at me.
Feeding
Look
the
at me,
dogs.
son. Good boy.
It's hard to get the boy to look at us when we're feeding him because he's deaf. So he has to be looking at us in order to get the look at me command, which is this, you do this on your forehead. Like if my head were right here, I would do this. Or this, I can't remember. Yeah, it's this. Sorry, anyway. So it's kind of a catch-22.
At this point, I think he's figured out that he's supposed to look at me before he gets food. So I don't know why I tell him to look at me, because he can't hear me. But
yeah, sometimes I won't even say anything, and I'll just wait, and he'll be like, oh, right, and then he'll look at me.
I think I just like talking to him, because I love him.
Yeah, and it's pretty, like, we're pretty sure there are certain tones he can hear. So, I like to talk to him, because I'm sure that he can pick up something, but I don't know which it is. I've sort of tried low tones and high tones, and, you know, sometimes he just doesn't want to look at me, so he won't. So, I can't tell if he just doesn't want to, or if he can't hear me.
Sometimes I swear a dose of that fish oil is stinkier than another dose.
Dude, yeah, we've been feeding our pets fish oil for their coats, and just because it's super dry in the winter. And yeah, that smells a lot.
Yeah, that's a right one.
It's a very smelly dose of fish oil. But it's like I hate that it's like a plunger. It's like in a bottle and it has a plunger, and when I plunge it, it like splashes sometimes, and it'll like splash out of the bowl. Yep. And it smells so bad. So if it like splashes on me, if I'm like wearing something, I have to take that off and put it in the wash immediately.
Yeah, like it's in the kind of bottle that you would get shampoo in.
Yeah, but it's got this like, it's not as viscous as shampoo.
Yeah,
so
it's oil.
When you deploy, like if you have shampoo, when you plunge it down, it just goes bloop, and it's like easier to control. This stuff just goes, it like squirts out super fast. I don't know. I guess there's other things a person could complain about. Okay, this is good.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Did you run into the dog?
I whacked him with the fridge door.
Aww. Okay, that's all the same. Oh, me and my friend David are going over my YouTube at this point. Oh, I should use my pencil board. That's normal. What's this? Oh, good. 4 p.m. on Thursday. And then because that's during my lunch hour, to put snack and then lunch. And then this might move over here because I'm doing this training. I might be amped up and very super happy and ready to do a plan with me, or I might want to move it. So we'll see. Oh my gosh. And then this is also Grandma's 100th birthday. And then husband, is family dinner at like 5?
Say something to me?
Grandma's family dinner, it's like 5 to 7, right?
I can look at the event, but I'm sure I don't know what time it is off the top of my head.
Because I put an event on our calendar, and that's the event I put there back when we were
discussing it.
And the times for family dinner are in that email your mom sent everybody.
Yeah.
we have no idea what this is going to look like because of Omicron. Like it's a week away. It's less than a week away. And we are still just like, what? We have, as a family, rented a private dining room in like a local steakhouse or something.
Yeah.
I think at this point we're not going to eat. We're just going to go and we're going to be masked, like double masked, and we're going to, you know, support morally. That's going to be like the closest and the most crowded we've been since before Omicron.
So there is, at the Unitarian Church, there's a birthday party from 2 to 4.
2 to 4, okay.
Yes. And then the family thing is 5:30.
Okay. So we're probably also going to go to the church because we've physically been to the church before. And I know what it looks like. And I've heard that they're doing a lot to space people out and make sure it's safe. So I feel okay just going to the church and keeping my mask on. Because it's the ceiling is like 30 feet high or something. But yeah, okay, here we go. Oh, I'm far away from my ruler. And my computer just went to sleep. Stop going to sleep, you. Let's do this guy. See if there's any boxes in this guy that we can use to cover this up. There's a bunch of stickers in here that I hate, but I felt like I needed to buy it because it does have rainbows. And there's not a lot of stuff in sticker planner world that's just straight up rainbows. But like, I hate this hustle and heart. Fuck off. How about all heart, no hustle? All these like weird winky faces, that's driving me crazy. I don't know why I don't like them. They scare me.
All bustle, no hustle.
All bustle, no hustle. I enjoy this. That's what my husband said. I don't know if you heard him. But that was his contribution. It was a good one. Why no boxes? Ah. This, I'm going to use this star thing. I'm going to use for the weekend. Yeah, there's just no boxes in this kit. I guess I could use these and just like cut them down. Or, wait, let me try something. How long is this? Oh yeah. Okay. Just wait for it. I'm gonna use this Sharpie S gel. And I need something with a straight edge since I totally abandoned my thingy. Let's see, can you see my whole thing? You can, oh my gosh, yay! And over here, you can see like my pen roll and stuff. It's because I just put it on a chair. Like I said, still figuring a lot of things out. But, oh, and my mother-in-law made me this quilt square. So I'm using it as a background for my planner things. The shadow here is insane. Okay, but we got it. Yay. I'm like 40% that I could actually just freehand these at this point, like a bunch of other planners I know. But oh, did you see that?
What did you do?
I went to extend a line and I just drew a completely other line that does not intersect with the line I'm trying to extend and is not the right angle.
Man, that feels like a metaphor.
I'm trying to find connections. I'll just fuck up this line too. I'll make it look like I did it on purpose.
Oh.
What, babe?
Oh, just, I should add some cheddar cheese to our Alpenrose order. We're finally about to kill that enormous block.
Yeah. Oh, we have that other block of sharp. What was that for?
It was for the stew.
Oh, right.
And I think it's, like, sharp cheddar is a good eating cheese, but I don't know that it would be very good on a taco.
No, I mean, we'd have to put far less. It would change the profile.
It would change the profile a lot, and I don't think I would like it.
Fair. Husband's making tacos for dinner.
And I'm making them again tomorrow night.
We're having two taco nights in a row.
Well, so I had 2 chicken breast packets that were frozen to each other.
Ah.
And I defrosted them both in the fridge. And I was like, I don't think it would be wise to refreeze one of these.
No, you should never refreeze food.
Yeah.
If you froze, what's the word? If you froze something, take my advice. I definitely know what I'm talking about.
So what I want to know is, did you know that prior to watching that episode of Golden Palace?
No. Yes, I did. Sorry. Yes, I did. We've been watching Golden Palace, which is like the sequel to Golden Girls. Is it on Hulu?
I think so.
But yes, I knew that beforehand because my dad is a cook. And I know a lot about kitchen safety because of him. Like, he would go fucking ballistic. Like, he wasn't like a violent man, but like, he would just get so upset if we ever did anything at home that was like,
Didn't meet the standards of an industrial kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing he's never seen me cook.
Yeah. Our kitchen here would not meet his standards. But that's okay, because it's my kitchen and I'm an adult, and he can manage his kitchen how he wants, and I manage my kitchen how I want. Which is that I make a husband do it. He giggled. I don't know if you guys could hear him giggle, but he giggled. Okay, I don't know if that's the effect I wanted, but it's the effect I have. Let's see, how did I do the trust friends movement?
Good metaphor for life.
No, body is what I called it on this page. Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically all of this chicken is probably something we shouldn't be eating because it's not frozen when I get it from Costco.
No, you're good there because it's not frozen. If we got it from Costco, then we thawed it and then we froze it again. It's the refreezing.
Gotcha. I mean, I have refrozen things occasionally, but not that much.
You're not supposed to.
Well, now I know that. I really need to just fucking bite the bullet and get some whetstones so that I can sharpen these stupid knives.
That's so weird. We like paid money to have our knives sharpened like at the end of the summer and they're already fucked up again.
Yeah, I mean, there's an excellent chance that basically what they did is they sharpened them, and then my harsh using of those knives dulled them quickly. Because there are different ways that you can sharpen things, and there are different types of steel for knives. And I have a feeling that because a lot of these knives are, or at least the nice ones, are Japanese knives, that they probably are. There's a good chance they use a softer steel, so you can sharpen them very sharp, but then they dull quickly. I don't necessarily know if that is a characteristic of Japanese knives, but I do know that it was a characteristic of Japanese swords.
I mean, it could be that. Let me look. Oh, we're at 21 minutes in. Okay, I can still do this. Yeah, I think it might be that. I also realized the other day that, like, I was, like, so frustrated. I was like, why is everything, like, why do we have to, like, replenish everything so much? Why is everything breaking so frequently? Like, what's going on with this? And I realized, like, I'm using things, like, 3 times as much now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, everything has a 3, like, whatever the shelf life I would think of as something having, it's cut in a third.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like how we've been feeling very frustrated that it feels like our kitchen is always dirty. And it's because, and yeah, it is. It's because now we use it 4 times a day, at least.
Yeah. Like, we make 3 meals in it, and we make a snack in it. And that's not even thinking about, like, coffee, tea, drinks. Just, like, and the dogs have 2 meals, and the cat eats 2 meals. Like, we have so much, so much going on.
Yeah. I mean, I used to always, and I still kind of think it's ridiculous, but when, like, rich people will have a staff to, like, keep their house clean or cook them meals. And I was always like, that's ridiculous. And now that I'm home all the time, I'm like, no, I think I get it.
Yeah, if I was living a life of leisure, it would be even more messy in here.
Yeah.
The fact that we, like, have to do other things, like work our jobs, keeps it cleaner.
Yeah.
Pepper, my love, please quit scratching. Pepper scratches when she's nervous. She will mess her skin up.
Pepper scratches when she's nervous, which is all the time.
Yeah, she has anxiety. In addition to just everything else, we have a dog with anxiety.
Well, really, we have 2 dogs with anxiety. It's just only one of them scratches as part of that anxiety.
This is true. I hope you can hear, husband. Otherwise, this is just like a super one-sided conversation.
I've been trying to project.
I think you're doing a good job, dear.
Thank you.
Invoice day is on Tuesday of this week. And then payroll is the next day. Do, 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 do. I watched Addams Family Values the other night. I love that movie so much. Brennan. Pepper, my love, quit it.
That was a bad idea.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but Ben just from the kitchen was like, that was a bad idea.
I tried a different way of holding the knife and almost lost control of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is a thing I don't know much about. Fundraising circle. But I'm happy to go. I have to remember to eat lunch in the middle of it, especially because it's 3 hours long. And I'm like, so I don't do that. Also, especially because it intercepts with the book club. So I'm gonna have some, I don't know what, if our book club, like what, I don't know what, like, oh, that was a little too much for my little Hobonichi paper. Oh, the friction also erased my thing on the other side. I will actually use a label to fix this.
You're at 27 minutes.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome. I just realized it seemed like it had been a while since you were like, I'm at 20 minutes, I'm good.
So I'm going to use this red to plot out my toxic productivity training. Excellent. Now, this is stable because of the sticker on the other side of it. That's what I do when I like accidentally tear the Hobonichi paper, is that I just add a label. But yeah, when I agreed to go to this thing, I was like, yeah, I'd love to go. And then someone invited me and I was like, it's 3 hours long. You are you're severely overestimating my attention span in fucking year 3 of COVID, my dude. And then I'm pretty sure that's all the time I have. Yeah, basically. All right. Bye, everybody. I'll take care of the rest of this on my own.